Don't take the free. God, please come and help me out.
That's more like it. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Drew Review! We're live on All WNY Radio.com with your host, Drew Farrell! The Drew Review, allwnradio.com. Give us a call anytime, 716-402-4218. That's our phone number. And now, here's Drew.
Thanks, Noah, for the introduction. That was fabulous. How's it going, guys? This is Drew. On the Drew Review, I'm here with Julian Burgio. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. It's good to see you. I've been seeing your face a lot this week. I was on julianburgio.com listening to your music, and I liked it. It was good.
Awesome. I appreciate it, man.
Did you do the website yourself?
Yeah.
It looks really nice, really sleek, really cool. Yeah.
Thank you. I used some service. I didn't like HTML or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, you know all the coding and stuff. Forget about it.
No way.
Well, guys, as you guys know, on the Drew Review, what I do is I listen to an album, whatever band or artist I have on the show, I listen to their album or EP or whatever they have online, and I write a little review for it. And instead of writing a review and posting it on the internet or wherever, and the band reads it, and then they're sitting at home going, "Oh man, this sucks." I would like that's not at all what I was going for. I get to talk to the person live, and we have this live on YouTube. So if there's a fist fight that ensues, you guys will watch it live here on the Drew Review. I'll start off by reading the review, and here we go. This is Julian Burgio's review. Julian Burgio is a multi-talented one-man band. He has a voice that allows him the ability to be a frontman in a rock band or a singer-songwriter in a coffee shop. He has a nice, passionate voice, but when he gets into it, he almost sounds like Kurt Cobain in a way, like when he yells or gets kind of high in his range. His video on julianburgio.com titled Mirage showcases his creativity and ability to write songs. It also shows that he likes to manipulate the sound of his own songs. On the album, he has two versions of Dancing in Heaven that both stand out individually. Now, on the album, if you were to buy it, there's only one version, and we'll talk about that, but online there's two versions on julianburgio.com, so check out both versions. His songs have a solid musical foundation for a massive lyrical structure. Although in some cases I believe it can also serve as a negative aspect. Some of the songs have the same chord progression from start to finish and can become stale to the average audience. The song titled Anxiety is 5.5 minutes long without very much musical diversity. As I read Julian's bio on his website, he commented, quote, "For me, music is beautifully unique in the sense that it can turn a room of adults into children again. No fear, no worries, just love and good vibrations," end quote. This left me scratching my head because I felt as though the overall feel of the album was motivated by pain in some sense. All of the songs have a familiar melodramatic feel which can be interpreted as his art, but forced me to pose the question, was that your intention for the album, or am I not reading in between the lines correctly? I also discovered in his bio that he can play piano and violin. I was hoping to hear more of these instruments in his music, but overall, I truly enjoyed the album and encouraged Julian to use his creativity and ability to expand the sound on his next one. And that's my review, folks.
Cool.
So, Julian, how's it going, man?
Pretty good, man. I don't really think there's much room for a fist fight or anything like that. But no, I 100% agree with a lot with what you're saying. Kind of going to the point of the contradicting vibes, I think is like the most striking thing. Just because for me, the point of the album is to be very positive, but you're right, it's very negative, and it rather contradicts itself. But it's meant to do it in a way so that people will accept the negative things in life as the contrast that gets you through, and And the whole mantra, I guess, of the album is to examine one's life and look at it as 100 years at most, which is the opening title track to the EP.
Cool. Yeah, I like that.
So you've got 100 years at most, kind of just fuck all the bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
And really appreciate what you do have. And so the overall long-term goal of the album is to have a positive influence on how people are living their lives. But in order to get that, I kind of had to dig into some of the darker parts of my life and some of the negative things that have really brought to light some of the coolest parts of life for me.
Nice. Yeah. So it's kind of like in someone playing your album, you're kind of walking arm in arm with them.
Right. In a sense, there's a lot of folklore, I guess, a lot of background information, I guess, on the sense that to appreciate death or anxiety, or to really focus and think about it and realize why it's there, is to really truly know the meaning of life and what you have and what opportunities there are out there.
Yeah, I think that's a cool take. Like there's life and death.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, super personal note, but the album is super personal, I guess. In the last year, I've seen 3 people that were in varying degrees close to me. Maybe someone who was super close, or someone who I used to know pass away unexpectedly.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And well, you know, that's again part of life, though.
Right.
And what the beauty that I could take out of it was to say to myself, all right, like, this is what you got. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
You know, you could die tomorrow. You could die in 50, 70, 80 years.
Yeah.
But at the end of it all, what do you want to have accomplished? And that's really the mantra of the EP itself, I guess.
Yeah. I'd like to listen to it again with that in mind, because I think that's a powerful message. And I think it's cool that, you know, just the fact that you have, that you have 100 years as the title of the album. It kind of, I mean, it makes a lot more sense, you know? Yeah. So cool, man. Yeah. So, you've had this album since, you said, April or May?
Yeah, I think we finished recording it probably around April, May, and I got my first round of hard copies in June. Yeah,
the album itself looks nice, like the hard copies. You were just talking about it. It looks like you put a lot of work into it. Where did you record?
I recorded with Andrew Douglas, who is a member of the band Letterbox, another local band. And he records and has done some really cool work for myself and some other artists in the area, especially singer-songwriters. So I went down to Dunkirk and I recorded it with him over probably 8 to 12 sessions or so. And it was a really, really cool experience, really relaxing, fun experience. And I was really happy with how it came out.
Yeah, the quality is good for sure. And then I was asking you in the studio here before the show started, I was thinking, listening to the drums on the album, I was thinking either this drummer is the most perfect drummer that ever walked the face of the earth, or that's definitely a drum machine.
Yeah, it's definitely a drum machine, I think. Don't quote me on it, because Andrew would be upset if I said it wrong. But I know at least on a couple tracks, it's definitely a machine there. Just cool. For simplicity and keeping it relatively low cost for...
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The bills can really... The fees can start really adding up when you want to...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
musicians and such.
Now, were you playing piano? I think on the last song, "Dancing in Heaven," there's piano, right?
Yeah. I wrote the piano parts, but actually Andrew is playing all the instruments except for my acoustic guitar and my vocals, obviously, on the record.
Which is nice, because it just takes a lot of, probably, I'm assuming, takes a lot of stress away. It takes a lot of the thinking and anxiety. You can really focus on your craft.
Absolutely. And truth be told, I mean, when I play live, I play just myself and my guitar. It gets rather hard rocking, which is why I kind of lean towards using, you know, almost a full band sound on the EP. Mm-hmm. But truth be told, that's really my bread and butter, is just myself and the acoustic guitar. So
yeah, it could really sound bare bones if you put out like an acoustic album that's just you singing. And if it starts getting really powerful and you hear all the music in your head. It's just so disappointing, even just for yourself, to be able to play the album in your car and be like, oh, I just hear drums here.
Yeah.
So,
and it's the album, the EP is absolutely influenced by 90s grunge bands. You hit it on the nail with the Nirvana sound. I'm a huge Nirvana and especially Pearl Jam fan of all of Eddie Vedder's music. So
yeah, you know, the cool thing about the album is, the cool thing about what you're telling me is that the only part of the 90s that I was like really hearing was your voice when you start singing, when you really get into it. You've got that like Kurt Cobain yell, but you don't have like that I guess on that one song, I can't remember, but you've got power chords, not all the way through. I'm trying to think. I saw it on your website. Oh man, I should have been more prepared. It's like it's a power chord, 4-chord throughout the whole song, and it sounds really 90s. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
It could have been Dancing in Heaven.
Possibly. We'll figure it out, because you're going to be playing a lot of songs actually live, right? In album,
yeah, absolutely.
Or in studio, which is really cool. And when I hear it, I'll bring it up. But I guess my whole point is, there's not a whole ton of like, you don't wear it all on your sleeves on the album. You know, all your influences there. You could tell that you've got your own style that you like. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I could tell that you're a creative writer, especially with the amount of lyrics you have. Even throughout the chorus, which typically a lot of the choruses in an album will be, you know, something catchy, and it kind of slows the song, not slows the song down, but kind of becomes simple, and then when it goes back to a complex verse.
Yeah.
So you kept the lyrics going throughout the whole song for all of the songs, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, well, as far as the lyrics go, my writing process is very, very kind of deep in the soul, I guess. It's meditative. It's you know, it's thinking about things that have happened. It's writing stories in my head through what would have happened if this, or based on someone I know, or a story that I was told, or something that I saw that just inspired me. So with that being said, a lot of it, especially in the grunge scene in the 90s, a lot of choruses are literally just one line, whether it be just 5-6 words, and it doesn't really follow that process as far as that system.
It's cool. So like, did you grow up listening to 90s music? Like, was your dad like a 90s guy, and then that's just what you listened to in the car every time you went somewhere? Or did you discover Pearl Jam on your own and kind of got deep into the 90s while you were learning how to play guitar, or how did that go?
You know, it's almost blurry, I guess, in a sense. I think at some point I decided that rock music, whether it be mainstream rock or not mainstream rock, was more my thing than the typical pop music that you hear on, you know, certain the pop charts, I guess. And from there, I got really into. I remember one Christmas I got like a 3-pack of CDs. It was Pearl Jam, Binaural. I got System of a Down, Steal This Album, and Puddle of Mud, Blurry.
That's a good Christmas.
Yeah.
That's a lot of diversity.
Yeah, and from there, I think I got dedicated to playing rock specifically, and I started on an electric guitar when I was youngest, probably 11, 12 when I started.
Okay, cool.
Eventually transitioned to acoustic guitar. Just, I don't really know why. It just kind of happened one day.
Were you a Smoke on the Water guy, or a Smells Like Teen Spirit on the electric guitar?
Both.
Yeah,
both, absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
funny.
when you very first start, you have to play Smoke on the Water.
Yeah,
like 8 million times.
Yeah,
just to
that's the way it goes, man.
Build finger strength, I guess.
Yeah,
not
you know,
bore yourself.
Isn't it crazy? Like, I remember a time when I was learning how to play the guitar where I was like, I'm never gonna develop the finger strength it takes to play a bar chord. Like, when I was learning how to play a bar chord, I would get so frustrated. Like, I can't do this. How do these people do this? And then now now it's just crazy to look back. I mean, you know, a good singer-songwriter can maybe not look down at his guitar, but once throughout a song while you're singing. It's just crazy. Anyways, went off on a tangent there.
Little technical stuff, I guess.
Yeah. So do you wanna play a song live in studio? Are you feeling it, or do you want to play something off the album?
Yeah, I'll play something live.
Great. Yeah. What were you thinking about playing?
Why don't we start with the title track, 100 Years?
Perfect. That's perfect.
Movie.
Yeah. So guys, he's gonna stand up. He likes to play standing up. So call in at 402-4218 after the song is done and get in on a conversation. You guys can talk to us live on air, and if you're listening live, turn on YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. You can watch Julian play live here, and I'm here with Julian Burgio, and he's going to play 100 Years for us.
A 100 years at most. Life's just short to let old friends fade away to ghosts. A war alone ain't worth the trail. Settle down, settle in. I face your fears all alone. Never find a place to call your home. And never doubt another's love. Never feel a better feel what's above. Can't blame the water from which you drink. You're sure to take a second to stop and think. Oh, am I doing it right? Oh, am I mine? Yeah. A 100 years at most. This life is short to live and maintain a soul. Do you have time to love the ones you love? Take a breath, look above. But never live another day without the fear that it might all fall away. And never doubt another's love. Never feel a bit of fear what's above. Can't clean the water from which you drink. Be sure to take a second to stop and think. Oh, am I doing it right? Oh, am I mine? Yeah. Years at most. This life is short to have the story told. Wake up tomorrow, live your life. Keep a silent woman by your side. Won't you wake up and watch the sunrise? Even should it be the bloodshine. Never doubt another's love. Never feel a bit of fear what's above. Can't blame the water from which you drink. sure to take a second to stop and think. Oh, am I doing it right? Oh, my. Yeah. Thanks, man.
Awesome. That was Julian Burgio on the Drew Review on All Western New York Radio. Call in at 402-4218. Let's talk about it. That was really good stuff, man. You could tell, while you were playing, I was thinking some guys, not some guys, but a lot of bands will write a song that means a lot to them, and it's got deep lyrics and it's musically it's there's a lot of passion, a lot of minor chords, something like that. But I think what's really cool about you and in a way that you can enjoy your music and watching you live is that the chords are simple. It's not that you're doing all kinds of stuff with the chords. It's that you can hear it in your voice and in the way you sing and in the lyrics that like the passion comes out and the meaning of the song comes out, which is, I think, a harder thing to do. It takes a lot more talent to be able to do that than to write a song with a lot of minor chords. And, that's all. What point? I'm talking in circles now.
No, absolutely. I mean, truth be told, for just performance reasons, I've always kept my songs relatively simple on the guitar. It gives me a lot more freedom to focus on what I'm doing with my voice and experiment and vary and ad lib, especially when I'm playing live, just so that when it's simple enough for my hands, I can get creative while I'm in my live element, which is a lot of fun for me. And when I'm playing a song, whether it's a song that I've written or just a song that I really, really, truly love, you kind of just go to this visual thing in your head that is like a story pathway, like a movie, I guess, in a sense.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I don't think everybody has that. I know what you're saying, and I think it's unique. It's cool. Yeah, man. I just had a question. I forgot it, so I'm going to just keep on saying words. Like I literally was like, oh, I want to ask him this. I don't know. I just really enjoy it. It's definitely watching you play live too. Like hearing you play live is so much different than the album in like a really good way though. I there's a lot of bands that even I'm not even talking about local bands now. I mean, just a lot of bands that I've seen at like Darien Lake or something, and like it's such a letdown. You know what I mean? Like you're like, oh no, he's like singing flat.
I've had that experience.
Like,
absolutely.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, not to pick on any bands. I saw My Chemical Romance years and years ago back when they were like super big at the time.
Yeah,
and they were. Their lead guitarist was playing like in a different octave entirely, and the entire thing was done differently. And it just felt so weird. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just so awkward because you're used to the album sound. And
right, it's probably cool for the band because they play like so many shows on a tour or whatever. Like, oh, let's switch it up. But yeah, for the fan, it's not a lot of fun. I remember what I was gonna say though. Why don't you? Because I heard you playing guitar before the show started. You were just tuning up, warming up, whatever. And I mean, I can hear that you're a great guitar player, and you can play a lot of stuff. I mean, you're. I guess what I'm trying to say is, why don't you record a lot of stuff or a couple guitar tracks on the album, but then have your live version be simple?
I think this was the first EP that I'd ever gone into a studio to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I had done a lot of recordings on my own in the past that were just subpar, realistically, as I'm not by any means
like on your laptop.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I got like a condenser mic and GarageBand.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
And did it all myself. And with this one here, I think with it being my first time really spending any time in studio, I kind of wanted a lot of it to be out of my hands so I could kind of just learn from it and see what's going on. But now that I think I'm more comfortable with recording and everything, on my next EP, I do plan on putting in my own lead parts and
Nice.
and doing a lot more on my own.
Yeah, you know what I really liked? I didn't mention this in the review, but Dancing in Heaven, which version do you have on the hard copy?
The hard copy is let me go into a little bit of background on it.
Go for it.
The first time I recorded with Andrew Douglas, I really had no clue what it was going to be like. And so I just kind of went in. He had some really cool ideas for how the song could sound. And we recorded Dancing in Heaven. And it sounded awesome. It sounded really cool. It sounded just, in my personal opinion, a little bit too poppy for what I wanted to do. And so I went back to re-record it with more of just less screeching guitars, less, just the pop sound. That we kind of eliminated that, and we did it a little bit more to what I was really looking for.
Yeah.
Andrew did a great job on that song, and I love listening to both versions.
Yeah.
But to fit the sound that I was really evolving into as an artist, I wanted to re-record that song.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, you guys can go to julianburgio.com, and there's two versions. If you click on his music tab, there's Dancing in Heaven, and then right below it, it says Dancing in Heaven featuring Andrew Douglas. And I like the song, don't get me wrong on this, but I really liked the diversity on the second version featuring Andrew. And it's more because I think what threw me off was I read your bio and I was like, oh man, this is going to be awesome. Cause I thought there was gonna be violin and piano and stuff. So like, so I was waiting for it. And then when I got to the very end, then it was like this huge dynamic sound with all this stuff going on. So it's not even that it was electric guitars. Right. It was just that there was a lot more going on and it was cool, you know?
Yeah. Going into with the EP, we wanted to keep it very simple.
Yeah.
Just me personally, I wanted to keep it very simple. Kind of going back into my background, the violin was for me just kind of like an introduction to music. Okay. I never really stuck with it, but I gave it up pretty much at the same time that I picked up an electric guitar.
Right, which that was a good choice.
Yeah, I thought so.
Guitar was a good choice.
I thought so. I mean, retrospectively, I wish I would have kept up with it.
Sure, yeah.
But at the same time, as a kid, it just it didn't feel cool. I wanted to play the guitar. I wanted to,
right.
I wanted to be. I wanted
especially
to be,
when you're a kid.
Yeah, I wanted to be Slash. I didn't want to be Yo-Yo Ma.
Yeah,
you know
Yo-Yo Ma's cousin, Little Nepetiz.
Oh man. Yeah. So with
sorry,
it's okay. I just totally lost my train of thought.
You were just saying that you didn't give up the violin, you just replaced it with guitar.
Right. So I don't really have that background, and the piano is something that I'm still kind of learning. It's still in the very early stages. I don't really play live with the piano by any means. So.
Sure. Well, that would be tough. Yeah, you'd have to find a venue that has one first off, unless you did keyboard.
Right.
I don't know. It's definitely different.
I stick with what I'm comfortable with when I play live.
Oh, so totally. Where do you play live?
I play out quite a bit. I play Wine on 3rd in Niagara Falls monthly.
Where's that?
It's on 3rd Street in Niagara Falls, not too far from the casino.
It's called 3rd?
Wine on 3rd. It's a wine bar.
3rd. Really?
Yeah, I do a lot of happy hour shows, and I mix in original music shows on a bill with other bands too. So
you do covers too?
Yeah. I play tons and tons and tons of covers.
Really? Did you start off with a binder and then you like graduated to?
No, honestly, what was able to allow me to build a happy hour entertainer career was just a stupid little clip that I could put on my mic stand for my iPad.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So
That's a lot more sleek. I'll tell you what, man, nothing bugs me more than a guy with a freaking 3-ring binder, like one of those big thick ones, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got your pages like, covered in plastic and like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm sure like if you have one and you're listening to this and you're a guitar player, like I'm not like ripping on you. I'm just saying like playing out, especially at like a wine bar.
Right.
You want to like, it's just classier. That's all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just nicer. It's more professional,
Yeah.
Do you like do you dress up and everything or?
Sometimes. I mean, depending on the venue. A lot of the venues that I play at aren't all that formal in the first place.
That's cool.
Some of them are, in which case, I do the whole,
which is
I do like a t-shirt underneath like a suit jacket and suit
perfect.
pants. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Like not,
Yes.
it gives you a little bit more versatility, I think.
I tried that look at the Battle of the Bands. I think I just look like I think I look like Sal Capaccio or something.
Yeah.
Like
that's the look I go for.
It didn't look cool though on me. But I know what you mean, man. Especially like your look is like the rug, like you got long hair and a beard and stuff. Like having like that look is perfect. It's like really, really nice. Yeah. It's cool. Yeah, man.
Works for me.
So we were talking before the show and I was tooting my own horn because I was like, all right, like my band Vision Reset played on 107.7 last night on the radio on the local thing. And I was like kind of bragging a little bit. And then I got Noah in the studio and he's like, yeah, dude, I'm on like 107.7 like all the time. Like, he's like, dude, you finally popped your cherry on 107. Like, good, man. He actually patted me on the back without even making eye contact. It was like one of those. he like he took his Bill's hat off of his head and put it on my head backwards. And he was like, that's cool. Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Yeah, he took his hat, put it on my hat backwards and head backwards. And he was like, good job, sport. And then, so that was Noah's reaction. And then Julian was like, oh, yeah, I was on that show too. I was like, oh, cool. Like, what song did they play from your album? He was like, no, I was on the show. Like they had me in the show for an interview. And then I was like, hey, man, cool. I'm going to jump out of the window now.
I felt bad about that. I didn't mean to.
No, I'm just joking, dude. I'm just making jokes. I got thick skin, but yeah. So tell me about that. Though. What's that? How was that experience? And for those of the people listening that don't know what we're talking about, why don't you fill them in?
Yeah, well, 107.7 and now 104.7 does a localized show Sunday nights hosted by Chelsea O. And I was lucky enough to get to play live on her show and do something similar to this. With less curse words on the air.
Oh, sure.
On their format. So but it was a heck of a lot of fun. And Chelsea does a really cool thing for the music scene here by doing that because it really does give so much exposure to people who otherwise would maybe not get on the air on FM especially.
Oh, definitely. Right. Yeah, it's not like a college station or anything like that. It's like real deal. Like we were saying, like my favorite station, like when I'm driving around is 107, dude. It's like perfect. So yeah, but you were actually on the show. So what songs did you play?
For them, I played Anxiety. I played 100 Years, which is a song I just played a few minutes ago. And I think I played maybe Mirage. Maybe it wasn't. I'm not certain. I can't remember now. It's been a couple months.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Was everybody cool there? It seems like the coolest place to work in the world.
Yeah. I mean, we were there, and Chelsea was super cool. I brought Andrew Douglas, who I recorded the album with, along to play cajon with me.
Oh, cool.
And
the cajon. We love the cajon here at All Western New York Radio.
It's just such a versatile instrument. You can bring it anywhere, and you can't really fit a full drum set in most studios. So yeah, it was cool.
We had one guy come in and kind of like carve gills into it, and he put like a flute on the one side, and he played it like a flute.
The cajon?
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm like, whoa.
We were all blown away. Yeah, it's crazy. That never happened. No, but that's awesome. With 107, man.
Yeah.
Do they have like an archive of that?
I know they emailed me a copy of it, and I think that's on my website. If not, I may have taken it down. But I keep it for my press kits. I keep it for. I don't really listen to it or anything, but
you wake up and your alarm is just Chelsea O, like, that was Julian Burgio. That would be me, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a really good thing that they can provide to local musicians.
Yeah, man. So why don't you play a song that you maybe have played there or something a little different? I like Mirage a lot. I like
I
what
was
you
just
do
thinking that.
vocally. Yeah, I think it's an upbeat one on the album. It's got a good feel to it and everything.
Yeah, it honestly it barely fits the EP, if anything. It's written about a dream that I had, which is why it kind of fits the EP, because it was just about seeing something that you want and love, and then watching it walk away. So it still kind of fits that, life is too short to not live it fully, and
Yeah, I like that it's a dream, because I was just imagining it being like a breakup song.
No, it's
Okay,
a dream.
that makes it way cooler.
Yeah.
Because I know exactly what you're saying, dude. When you have a really good dream and then you wake up and you're like, well, I gotta go. Do I go back to sleep?
Yeah.
Do I go back to sleep, or do I get ready for work? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's very different from any of the other music I do, because I get a little bit of my hip hop influence into it, and I start kind of rapping a little bit. So
yeah, I like that. Real quick before you play it though, let's hear what kind of hip hop do you like? Who are your
oh boy,
or who do you like to listen to at least?
Yeah, I really like 21 Pilots from a hip hop experience, just because they're
21 Pilots.
as 107.7 heads that we are.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
21 Pilots is huge. Back to I really got into Wiz Khalifa and Big Sean for a while.
Okay, cool.
That very, very mainstream hip hop, and then just back down to, Eminem before even he got into the poppy stuff. Back when he was just a superb lyricist. He still is. He's still an insane MC in that sense, but
he's like a rap god.
Yeah. and honestly, what inspires me a lot from hip hop is a non-hip hop artist, Ben Folds.
Okay,
he covers a lot of hip hop songs as like a nerdy piano player.
Right. Yeah, that's cool.
And so it kind of lets you, it gives you poetic license to do something similar.
Right. I agree. Yeah. So let's hear Mirage by Julian Burgio on All Western New York Radio on the Drew Review.
It was a mirage. The first wasn't sure what I saw. The way her dress gently kissed the floor, I thought you must be a gift God. But oh, how your eyes can deceive you, play tricks on your mind. For a second there, I was dreaming. When I opened my eyes, I couldn't think of the words you say, blinked slightly too slowly and she walked away. I guess sometimes life's shitty, but things just got trippy, so come on and sit with me. And we're gonna ride, dibble-dabble, we're looking up in the sky. I thought things might be fine, but then she was gone in the blink of an eye. Think she was a mirage. At first wasn't sure what I saw, but the way her dress gently kissed the floor, I thought you must be a gift God. But oh, how your eyes can deceive you, play tricks on your mind. For a second there, I was dreaming. Gone when I opened my eyes. And like a shooting star, catch a quick fleeting glimpse from afar. And let's see, and maybe you'll understand if it was coming from me, you see. Think what are the odds? Think what are the odds? Think what are the odds that she was just another mirage? I think she was a mirage. The first wasn't sure what I saw. The The way her dress gently against the floor. I thought you must be giving God. But oh, how your eyes can deceive you and play tricks on your mind. And for a second there, I was dreaming. Gone when I opened my eyes. Break it down now. Take that, rewind it back. No, what go? He got the rhythm, make your booty go down. Take that, rewind it back. Drew got the rhythm, make your booty go down. Take that, rewind it back. All west to New York. Things to you was a mirage. The first wasn't sure what I saw. The way her dress gently against the floor. I thought you must be a gift from God.
That was Mirage by Julian Burgio. He was showcasing his rapping abilities, also throwing in, mixing it up with that Cobain sound with his vocally and everything. It's just a good mix, man. I like it, and you got a lot of energy when you play. You get into it. You actually enjoy it. You know.
Yeah, it's
cool.
It's the most insane feeling in the world. Even when you're just playing at home alone, like to me, it's like I would give pretty much anything just to only have to play guitar and just
yeah, totally.
You know,
I get that from playing drums. I don't get that from playing guitar as much, but you have that energy just on guitar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Dave Grohl's.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah, dude, he's the
a
man.
Seattle king in a sense. And he's just one of those guys. I remember kind of paraphrasing him saying that he never wanted or expected to be on Drummer Magazine as one of the best drummers in the world, but he just went out to every show and he just beat the crap out of his drums. And regardless of whether or not he hit his notes or not, people weren't saying like that guy was a bad drummer, that guy was a good drummer. People were saying, "Holy shit, that guy beat the crap out of his drums." And I kind of use that mantra in my own live show just because it's just me and a guitar. So I mean you have to really, push yourself to bring that energy to a show. Yeah,
dude. Dave Grohl to me is like, this is going to be
fanboy
ridiculous. Well, I'm a super fanboy, but because I started on drums and I switched to guitar and I'm a lead singer in a band now. And so like, I pretend I am Dave Grohl and everything, but like if you look at like from Nirvana to like him now, dude, I swear to God, it's like he's like a Pokemon or something. Like, think about what he looked like when he drummed for Nirvana. That would be like your Squirtle.
Yeah, your Squirtle.
Yeah. And then he goes to War Turtle when he like in early Foo Fighter days when he gets the haircut and like he looks different. And then now he looks like the Blastoise. Like he's got the long hair and the beard. Like he's evolved, man. It's crazy.
It's insane because so many bands that you grow up with or, you follow for such a long time, as they progress, you lose, you don't say you lose respect for their music, but their music becomes less and less classic for you. It doesn't sound like their sound.
Right.
Whereas Dave Grohl, like for me, I remember when Foo Fighters first were, starting to get around, I was like, And now, like he blows my mind with the music that he puts out, and it only gets better and better and better, which is insane to me.
What I like, I have Julian Burgio on. We're talking about Foo Fighters, but I love like how he evolves his sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he started off, Monkey Wrench, whatever, but then he like. When he got to the peak of like his rock scene, then he did that tour where he was like just acoustic. And then he recorded his album on cassettes and you know what I mean? Then he did that tour countrywide in his last album where like
Sonic Highway.
Yeah, like he's just doing it all. So I mean, that's how I try to emulate that too with writing. I mean, could you say the same? Like, are you writing anything now or are you still playing songs off this album, or?
Always writing pretty much every day, whether it be just mentally some days or
Sure.
actually breaking out a pen and paper and picking up the guitar. For writing especially, I like to use a looper.
Yeah, I saw that. There's that video again. I want to plug it on julianburgio.com. That there's a video of him playing Mirage where he uses a looper, and it's awesome.
That's literally like maybe 100 times me playing Mirage, and that, I mean that I guess if you don't know is still pretty early on when you're writing. For me, anyways, I'll play the same song over and over and over.
Sure.
Again,
Oh, absolutely.
just develop
yeah.
it.
Right.
With that video, it was like, all right, like I think I have the bones down for this song. I want to try to get a little bit kind of funky with my looper, and I do some vocal loops. I do some beatboxing loops.
Yeah.
So I get real into it in that one.
And I kind of touched on that in the review a little bit. It seems like I'm imagining that you did all that looper stuff after you had already like written the song, and the song was in the bag. Like, this is what the song sounds like, but I'm going to play around with it now, which is fun, but it's also like creative. I like it,
Yeah, I mean, with any of my songs, really, I mean, it's a little bit more difficult once you've got it down on an EP or you've got it, all over, the internet or such,
right?
To get creative with it. But especially with my live show, I like to just, experiment with different things. I'm a huge Eddie Vedder fan as well, so
yeah.
he is, renowned for just having lyrics that never made it onto an actual record, but he just plays them live because those are the lyrics he feels like singing that day, or
that's so cool, man.
Just going on some ad lib thing where he's just making sounds.
Yellow Ledbetter, perfect example. Yeah,
Yeah.
man, it's my favorite Pearl Jam song of all time, and he just sings whatever he wants.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that about it.
If you listen on the album, I can think of at least one word. He never says the word wayside on the actual album, but if you listen to him play it, I think Mexico sometime in the 90s, he's like on the wayside, and like that's just not anywhere that I've heard in a recording.
No, you're right. Yeah, I feel like he changes it every time.
Yeah, it's brilliant, really, because it just shows how much he's writing and how much he can evolve his songs, and that's kind of how I try to emulate my music, is to continuously just evolve.
Dude, you know what it is? I feel like Eddie Vedder like treats his voice like it's an instrument.
Absolutely.
Which is really incredible to think about, because it's not like he's writing a song. It's just that he's just ad-libbing. He's just kind of soloing, in like a lyrical sense, and obviously the way that he sings the song, but yeah. I never thought about it like that. That just hit me now. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Kind of a small spoiler alert. I am going to be actually, I'm already working with the band. We're going to put together a Pearl Jam cover band.
Really?
Very soon, yeah.
No way. That's awesome.
Yeah, we've had a couple of rehearsals. We haven't officially really.
I don't think there's
yet.
any. Pearl Jam cover bands, especially in the area.
I hope to goodness that I'm wrong. I hope there is someone out there, because I literally could not find one.
I don't think there is,
just based on a very rudimentary search. There's no Pearl Jam cover band. So
what's crazy about that is I saw Pearl Jam when they came to First Niagara Center.
Yeah.
Okay, just recently. I think it was last year.
Yeah, kicking myself in the ass right now.
Sorry, yeah, I'm not trying to rub it in. I'm just saying, there was this. So we were at this bar. I forget, Ironworks or something. I don't remember what bar it was downtown. On that brick road.
Yeah, it was probably Ironworks. Yeah.
Ironworks. Okay, so there was this band they promoted themselves as, we are a Pearl Jam cover band. So they were from like a different state. They came out of state. They drove up to follow Pearl Jam, and that's how they advertised themselves. They didn't play one Pearl Jam song.
Really?
It was the weirdest thing. And the guy like dressed up in different costumes and stuff. And like, it was just this, it just made it so hacky. You know what I mean? Like,
there is one band that does 90s grunge covers, but they do it I think they do more Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Nirvana than Pearl Jam. And I hope I'm not getting this wrong. I think it's Blue Shift.
Blue Shift is more like a no, they're more like a technical type of band, like a porcupine tree with keyboards, and they're like a
I can't think
jazz
of the name
fusion.
of it. That's definitely not them then.
I think what's his name? Mike Hunt's son, Dylan. I think he was in a '90s cover band called Flannel. Right?
That's a
Do you
good
know
name
him?
for a 90s.
Yeah,
cover,
right?
Like a really good name.
I don't know if they played any shows, or at least they played a couple. I don't know if they're still together, but I remember Dylan Hunt having a band, 90s cover, but I haven't seen any, man. I mean, my band does a lot of covers, 90s covers, but it's not specifically 90s covers, but that's really cool that you're doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just epically a Pearl Jam fan and epically an Eddie Vedder. I look up to him as a songwriter, especially.
Yeah.
So, honestly, with the success I've seen of a buddy of mine's, just Grateful Dead cover band.
Yeah, sure.
Recently, Jake Cavender did the What the Beck project.
Really?
Which was like huge.
I didn't hear about that.
I heard they had a huge turnout for that. So
that's awesome.
then
That's
I
a
just
good idea.
started thinking, what cover band would I want to do if I was going to do one, and it
Pearl
was
Jam.
obvious to me, Pearl Jam.
It's wide open, and there's so many Pearl Jam fans in the area. Like,
Buffalo's got a pretty big Pearl Jam.
yeah, man,
following,
it's
like,
huge, and I think that's a great niche.
Yeah.
So my question then to you is, how are you going to sing the songs? Are you going to try to sound like Eddie Vedder,
yeah.
or are you going to sound like you?
No,
what are
Eddie
you gonna
Vedder.
do? You're gonna. Can you do it?
Yeah.
Can you play like an acoustic right now? Anything?
Yeah.
I want to hear what
I
your
would love
voice
to.
sounds like doing an Eddie Vedder.
Yeah.
Do you wanna?
Yeah. I mean, it's
I don't wanna
definitely not a
pressure you
No,
or-
I love playing Pearl Jam songs.
Yeah, this
so,
is kind of off the cuff, guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, just play some. I want to hear it. Whatever you want to play, man.
Cool. I'll do Pearl Jam Black. It's one of my favorites.
Wow, this is a treat, man. Awesome.
Cool.
Sheets of empty canvas, undone sheets fade. They spread out before me, where somebody once did. Hold thy horizons, hold them round the stone, as the earth to the sun. And now the air I tasted and breathe is taking a turn. And all I told was everything. I know she gave me all that she wore. And now my bitter hands, weight of broken glass, what was everything? All the pictures have, all the walls to black, and tattooed everything. Oh, I take a walk inside, and I'm surrounded by some kids that play. I can feel their laughter. Oh, why do I say? Oh, interested, thoughts spin around my head. I'm spinning, oh, I'm spinning. I picked the song and drive away. Now my bitter hands shake beneath the clouds. Oh, was everything. All the love gone bad. Turn my world to black. Turn to everything. All the love gone bad. We turn the world to black. And turn to all I see. All that I am. And all I'll be. Oh, I know someday you'll have a beautiful life. I know you'll be a star. Somebody else's sky. But why can't it be? Why can't it be mine? Together, we belong.
That was awesome. That was fantastic, dude. You just knocked it out of the fucking park.
Thanks, man.
Dude, you nailed those like crescendo yells. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
you've got those in the bag.
I mean, it's been it's definitely not easy. It's been a lot of practice. Like,
Yeah,
Eddie is not an easy voice to do by any means.
I think he's the least easiest. The hardest
Yeah.
would be the word I was looking for. The hardest voice to try to do and make sound good. I mean, some people could sound like cheesy with it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just easy. It's an easy thing to do to sound
Scott
cheesy.
Stapp
Trying to
sounded cheesy when he tried to
try to
copy
cover it. Yeah. But dude, you nailed it. That was really good.
Thank you.
And I think I think it all plays into that whole thing where like you look and sound passionate with the vocals, and that's what Eddie brings. And if you try to just cover it on a level that's just all right, and now we're gonna play Black by Eddie Vedder, guys, like as a
Yeah.
part of your lineup if you're a cover band, you just can't just pull that one out of the bag. Like you got to really be a fan. So it shows, man. That
Thank
was
you.
really cool.
Thanks.
If you guys are looking for a drummer, I mean, I'll sit in. That was cool.
Yeah, it's a super cool band to pay tribute to, and
Have you guys been practicing and stuff?
Yeah, we've been doing about 2 a week for a couple weeks now.
Nice, very nice.
I'm not gonna let you know how far along we are in our process. I
Sure.
guess.
No, that's cool.
It's still very early.
They're listening
gonna
right
be-
now, being like,
I
dude,
know.
he just
I
played
know.
Black on the right.
I know.
No,
No.
dude.
But yeah, we're pulling some songs together. Hopefully, going to be looking to book something for November, December. As our first little like 1 hour show, like on a bill with someone. So
Nice, man. Well, yeah, this is Drew on with All Western New York Radio. I'm here with Julian Burgio, and yeah, are there any shows coming up that you have booked for either, I mean, the cover band or yourself, if you're going to be playing at the wine bar, or what do you got coming up?
yeah, a lot of shows coming up for just kind of happy hour entertainment style shows. Friday, I'm playing Milos on Main Street in
nice,
Williamsville.
nice, yeah,
Saturday at the Irishman, not too far from there.
really, yeah,
Yeah.
those are two nice spots.
Yeah,
man.
I love it.
How do you
there.
get those gigs? Just calling them up, or
Honestly, sometimes it's a matter of cold calling and just being relentless.
what?
But
Sure.
having done cold calling for a lot of crappy products myself,
Yeah.
it's a lot more comfortable trying to sell yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a matter of just having friends of friends or you know, different connections that you make. Just
dude, you've got a
being out
million
there.
shows coming up.
Yeah,
If you guys go to julianburgio.com and you click on shows,
yeah, those are this week.
there's like literally a million shows. You've been playing all summer.
Yeah, I played Woodlawn. That was fun. A lot of cool places this summer. The summer was fun. Niagara Falls Music is Art Festival was really, really cool. Rick Krogan inviting me out there, and
Cool.
playing that was a heck of a lot of fun because there weren't a whole lot of bands that got to play. So
Yeah, nice, man. Did you play Music as Art downtown?
I didn't.
Personally, I did. I forgot to put in the application.
Yeah, it's such a cool program.
It is.
And everything.
It's really awesome, man.
I just yeah, I didn't get around to signing up to getting in there this year.
It's just what happens. Like,
Yeah.
I totally hear you on that.
And then I heard that the Goo Goo Dolls were playing, and
exactly.
I was
It's
like,
the
oh
amount
my
of
goodness, of all
exposure
years.
you could have had and everything. Like,
Yeah,
dude, I'm totally in the same boat, man.
just kicking
But
yourself after.
yeah, guys, September 26th. What day is that? That's a Saturday. Check Julian out at the Irishman, right in Williamsville.
Absolutely, it's a really cool place. Got a lot of friends that like to go up there, and I've got some friends that work there too. So
Yeah, I've been there.
Awesome
man. It's
place.
cool. Yeah, it's usually packed.
yeah, definitely. I haven't had much of a problem having people there to play to. That's absolutely for sure, especially on a Saturday night. So
Yeah, cool.
and I play
man.
9 to 12, so it's
9 to 12. All right.
it's a nice late set for those of you that like to go out and party and such.
Awesome. Well, anything else you want to promote, man?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. You can find the EP on Spotify even, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
That's where I do most of my listening to music. iTunes, you can buy it there if you're one of those people who likes to be patronizing to musicians. Otherwise, you can download it for free.
Buy it.
On Reverb Nation, SoundCloud, my website, stuff like that.
Cool, man. So that's the show. This has been the Drew Review. I guess what we'll do is I could play a song here off your EP just to close the show out if you'd like.
Yeah. Let me think. Why don't we do Bird in the Window Pane? That's a cool track.
All right. This might be the one that I was referring to earlier in the show. But otherwise, dude, it's been a great show. I had a lot of fun. Really cool pulling out the Pearl Jam. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you want the review, I could email it to you or something if you want to post it anywhere. But yeah, this has been Drew on the Drew Review on All Western New York Radio. I'm here with Julian Burgio, and we reviewed 100 Years. Check it out at all the places he just said, julianburgio.com. And we'll see you guys later. Good night,
Thank you so much for
Neverland.
having me.
Yeah, man. For sure. Here's Bird in the Window Pane to take us out. I mean, hey, it'll play one of these days. It doesn't want to play, man. I know someday you'll have a... And we're probably just going to fade this out when we edit the show later. Why? It won't play, man. Hey, guys, if you're still listening, you're like truly dedicated fans, so I appreciate it. But we're out. See you guys later.
Groovy, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man.
That's
It's
sweet.
still live on YouTube because I can't get it off for some reason. No, I don't want you to download an antivirus.
What are you doing, man?